Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm the Mystical Intuitive, and today's pick of our reading is about whether you will fall immediately for your future spouse. So for pile 1 we have the Lapis Lazuli stone. For pile 2 we have the Moonstone. And for pile 3 we have the White Agate stone. So pick one of these 3 piles and then I'll see you at your reading. Pile 1, the Lapis Lazuli stone. We're looking at whether you will fall immediately for your future spouse. So let's see. The people that chose pile 1, will they immediately fall for their future spouse? Six of Cups. Oh, so you might feel very familiar with them, like you've known them your entire life. But the High Priestess here, you could intuitively kind of feel that this person is special, that you feel familiar. There's this inner sense that this person is special. Show me, will they fall immediately for their future spouse? I'm also getting that your future spouse is going to be very helpful. And it's going to touch you a lot. Like you see them going out of their way to impress you and to help you. And you're like, oh, you're impressed by him or her. King of Wands. You're very much attracted to them. Four of Swords. They might bring you a lot of peace, tranquility as well. Like you feel relaxed around this person. Because they're confident. You know, sometimes when someone is confident and knows what they're doing and they kind of have this gentle, authoritative voice, you kind of become relaxed, right? It's almost like, oh, this person's got it. That's the energy that I'm getting when you are interacting with them in the beginning. They give off this very authority kind of vibe that makes you feel relaxed. We have the Hermit. We also have the Seven of Cups. Oh, are you daydreaming about them? Ten of Swords. Oh, but you may be daydreaming about scenarios where they might not like you or reject you or hurt you. Queen of Cups. Ooh. Yeah. But yeah, there's definitely a strong attraction right away, but it's more so about admiration of them and kind of respect. You'll naturally notice their authority. Yeah, so it's not necessarily instant romantic love, but again, you notice their confidence, their charisma, their decisiveness immediately, and you're impressed. This is someone who also kind of inspires you. It's almost like you want to be them, you look up to them. And you will be kind of drawn to this person's energy. And it's not just purely physical. It's their aura, it's their ambition, it's their presence that catches your attention, right? So this person has your attention immediately. With the Four of Swords, you might be a bit cautious because their energy is very strong. Maybe the personality is a lot. With the Four of Swords, you might act a bit reserved. Or you're kind of mentally processing here with the Four of Swords before you're letting yourself fully fall. You know, the Four of Swords is about regrouping, it's about retreating, and it's about relaxing and healing. But in this context, to me, it just seems like, oh, you met a King of Wands. They were very left a very strong impression on you, and then you kind of retreat here with the Four of Swords and the Hermit, and you kind of process this intensity, this intense attraction that you felt towards them, and then you keep thinking about them here with the Seven of Cups and all that. But it also brings up emotions of vulnerability, and it triggers you. Maybe you're afraid of getting hurt again. And there's definitely like instant intrigue, but there's a pause here, a moment of reflection. So you might notice this person and you're curious about them, you're attracted, you are interested in seeing them again, but you're not going to immediately dive in emotionally. Yeah. It could be with the Hermit and the Four of Swords that you might be drawn to them kind of quietly. Maybe you're looking at them from a distance. With the King of Wands, they could be someone who's very extroverted, who gets a lot of attention. They stand out in the crowd. When they walk into a room, everyone notices them, and you're just observing them, how they're interacting with people, and just their looks and all that. And I definitely feel like your heart and your mind kind of takes a bit of time to align. You definitely feel like a subtle pull to them, but you're afraid initially, definitely. With the Seven of Cups, you might also be a bit confused by them, or you might idealize this person. And you might see kind of like many possibilities with them. You might wonder if they are the one. You might fantasize a lot about them. You might see you guys, fantasize about a future together and all that. But there's also kind of a risk of being slightly blinded by fantasy. And that's something that you realize here with the Ten of Swords. So you might have like a fantasy and then you're like, oh no, reality kicks in here with the Ten of Swords. Oh, this person might hurt me or something like that. And yeah, you just also feel a bit confused by this person. You don't know where you stand with this person. This person doesn't give you enough clarity. And yeah, with the Ten of Swords, it could also be, past hurts that are influencing you to be cautious. And you might hesitate to fall completely because of this fear of disappointment of prior experiences. Maybe you've had a past of kind of idealizing people and right away falling for them, and then it didn't work out, right? Yeah. But then we have the Queen of Cups. So eventually, your emotions are going to take over and you will feel a deep emotional pull towards them. And you're going to see that they're empathetic and warm. They're not just the King of Wands, right? They're also nice, sweet, and kind. And that's going to make you feel more at ease. Like, I feel like this person is good at making you feel at ease at all. And like I said earlier, this person might help you. So that's the Queen of Cups. She's very helpful. She's very nurturing. If you have a problem, she's there for you. So he might or she might be that person for you. So it's like once you process this attraction to them, your feelings are going to deepen. Once you've kind of have kind of tackled these fears with the Ten of Swords, your emotions will deepen. So I feel like you're going to feel intrigued and curious and drawn right away, especially on a very mental and intuitive level, but your heart won't fully fall immediately. You're definitely going to observe them first. You're going to reflect first. You're going to process your emotions before it grows into something deeper, before you like fall for them, right? You're kind of warning yourself in the beginning. You're kind of like deliberately falling for them, right? Because you want to get them to know them better. Tell me more. Will pile one fall immediately for their future spouse? The World card, the Four of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Queen of Wands. The World card is about fulfillment. It's completion. So I feel like you feel that meeting your future spouse is kind of a natural, almost culmination of your personal growth. You see them as a indicator that you've grown when it comes to your future romantic partners, right? Maybe people in the past were not so good. And so you feel like your future spouse is a lot more healthier and all that. They don't exhibit the toxic patterns of your past dating options. It's almost also like you feel like all your past experiences have been leading you to this person. Yeah. And I definitely feel like you can recognize like a potential long-term, or being in a potential long-term connection with them. And you definitely feel like this person kind of fits into your life goals, your path. Like they're part of the cycle or the life journey, if that makes sense. So yeah, you feel like maybe as well this person is kind of an upgrade to your exes. And with the Four of Cups, despite the initial spark or attraction that you feel, there may be hesitation or emotional reflection. With the Four of Cups, it almost makes you feel like this energy of dejection, or kind of like almost stopping it before it begins. You're like, Four of Cups is a very depressed and melancholic energy. You're like, oh, maybe you're going to think that they're never going to fall for you, or they're not interested in you, or maybe they come across as a player or something like that. And you're like, no, thank you. And so you notice that, but you're kind of unsure at first, right? You're kind of very much distracted by your own thoughts and past experiences, right? With the Three of Cups, you do notice that being around them brings you joy, right? You like hanging out with them. And there's a sense of ease between the both of you. Three of Cups is also friendship. So you might feel like you're talking to an old friend, you know? Interacting with them is nice. And you feel happiness and excitement in their presence. So maybe you also laugh a lot and you share fun. Like fun times together. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So you definitely see like the potential, like I said, for something long term here, for something real. You may notice that qualities in them when it comes to the Pentacles too, so like stability, reliability, generosity. Maybe they pay for stuff, maybe they help you, maybe you like their career or their body or something like that. Like this person fits your like 3D needs, if that makes sense. I wouldn't say like superficial aspects, because attraction and all that and financial stability is important, but you're impressed with them in that area, I would say. The question that you have is like, oh, is this person also going to understand me on a deep level here with the moon? Are they going to accept my shadow side? Is this person honest? Are they genuine? Am I going to have like a very deep emotional connection with them? That's a thing that you're unsure about. I mean, on paper they look great, right? That's the energy. But you definitely sense that, you know, that this could be something long-term or an opportunity for something stable. But with the moon, you're uncertain. The moon is also illusion. Paranoia sometimes. Fears, anxieties. So I feel like this person definitely triggers you. But I also feel like this person might be very mysterious, or you're just drawn to them and you don't know why. On a subconscious level, you're drawn to them. Maybe because they kind of mirror some sort of childhood dynamic or something like that. Sometimes we're kind of drawn to people based on our childhood. Yeah. And I feel like you're very much listening to your intuition here when it comes to the moon. So you're very much battling this question of, is this the right person? Should I give myself to this person, emotion and all that? Yeah, you're listening to your intuition here. Queen of Wands, again, attraction. You're very attracted to this person. They're your type, right? Are charismatic, confident. But with the Queen of Wands, you know, she's also independent. So maybe you don't know whether you want to be in a relationship. Maybe you like your independence as well. So you're kind of also battling that. But yeah, you definitely feel drawn and intrigued to them. Will you fall immediately? No, I think because your fears are kind of preventing you from that. But yeah, you're definitely drawn to them and you like them. Okay, that's all I have for you, pile 1. I hope it resonates with you. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And if you want a private reading with me, you can email me. My email is in the description box below. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay, pile 2, the Moonstone. This is your reading. We're looking at whether you will fall immediately for your future spouse. So let's see. For the people that chose pile 2. Will they fall immediately for their future spouse? We have the 7 of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Temperance card, and the 8 of Cups. We have the 7 of Pentacles here, which is about waiting. It's about observing. So at first you might observe them and kind of evaluate this person carefully. This is the same energy in pile 1. Maybe you're drawn to pile 1 as well. And if you had a hard time between picking pile 1 and pile 2, you might want to watch both, right? But yeah, you're kind of evaluating them and evaluating the situation. So you're likely noticing their qualities and their potential here, because the 7 of Pentacles does make you feel like they have qualities where you want to invest in them, where you see something long-term with them, right? But your heart isn't gonna jump immediately. With the 10 of Pentacles, again, you see long-term potential. Temperance as well. But you're using your mind. I feel like maybe you're also overthinking a lot, overanalyzing everything. And you're assessing, right, whether this person is worth investing in emotionally. Because there are almost no Cups cards. Only the 8 of Cups, which isn't a card of emotional investment or interest, right? So you're not using your emotions. You're using your mind. You're looking at their qualities here. Like, do they treat me right? Do they box off everything? And with the King of Wands, you know, you're very attracted to them. They're definitely your type. You're drawn to them. They're very magnetic. They're confident. And they draw you in. And they definitely spark curiosity in you. They definitely spark admiration. And you're impressed by them, right? Their drive, their charisma. And the way they just carry themselves, you know. And they have qualities that you like, and you sense that you can have long-term security with them. Maybe you're also kind of analyzing whether they want something long-term, whether you're aligned when it comes to family values or culture or beliefs or all that. You know, you want to make sure that they think they have like the same life goals, the same picture of a future, right? So you're being very grounded in your approach, very thoughtful rather than, you know, impulsive. Temperance again. It's like your emotions and instincts kind of balance out. Your logic and your emotions balance each other, right? So you're not just gonna go with only your heart. You're also going to use your mind. You're going to balance those both out. You're going to want to make sure that you have actual feelings for them. It's not just being only practical, but you don't dismiss the practical stuff, right? And you also, I feel like you're kind of wanting to let feelings develop naturally, right? And I also feel like you feel very drawn to them intellectually. Like you like the things that they say. Maybe there's a very long talking stage here, where you're just kind of texting for a while, for a couple of weeks, like maybe a month. You're texting, maybe going on dates, but you really are going to get to know them. You have a lot of conversations with them, and they mentally stimulate you as well, right? They keep you engaged, they keep you interested. But you're not like fully falling for them in an emotional way right away, you know? Then we have the Eight of Cups. This could be, a realization that this person can represent something deeper than past connections. So this can kind of trigger you and help you kind of leave past attachments or hesitations behind. Let's clarify it. Why is the Eight of Cups here? What are they leaving behind? What are they walking away from? Could also be this energy of, if I keep on waiting or testing them, they might walk away. And so you're like, you feel like you just have to take the risk, Nine of Wands. Oh, you're going to let go of this being guarded. High Priestess. Yeah, it's like maybe your intuition is telling you that you can have a future together. Three of Wands is about vision. It's about expansion. It's about, so you feel like this has potential to grow into something more. So tell me, for pile 2, will they fall immediately for their future spouse? These two cards flipped out. Let's see. Tower. Oh, there's definitely this big moment, this realization. It could be that there is this period, or that there is this fear that you guys are going to stop seeing each other. Or maybe there's a little disagreement or argument. And that's kind of when you realize, oh, I'm attached and I don't want to lose this person. Magician. Judgment. Yeah, see? Judgment is about reconciliation. So there could be a no contact period where you're really interested, or interested, but you keep missing them, and then they might come back, and then you're all in. Queen of Swords. It could be that you reject them, and that's maybe why this no contact period is, or a period is here, or they're kind of withdrawn because they kind of sense that maybe you're not into them, or you're hesitant, and then I see a new beginning here. So yeah, you definitely will fall for them, but not immediately. Page of Wands. With the Tower, there could be something that you find out about them that kind of shocks you. Something about them could kind of challenge your expectations of what you were looking for in a future spouse. Or it can kind of stir very strong emotions. The Tower is about anger sometimes. Maybe you're angry with them about something. Doesn't have to be. But it's definitely this sense of urgency that you feel. Like you feel like if you're not going to act or reciprocate or be fully in, 100% in, that it's going to break down. And you're kind of caught off guard by your attraction here. You don't know what to think about it. Maybe you didn't expect to fall for someone like your future spouse. And with the Magician, their energy, you know, it almost feels like magical. And you're going to see them as someone who has the ability to make things happen here, which kind of heightens your fascination and your intrigue. You're definitely intrigued by them. I feel like you sense that this person has kind of a mask or persona, and you want to see behind that. With the Queen of Swords, you're very good at analyzing people, and you're like, you're not fooling me. I want to get to know the real you. Maybe you feel like this person is a bit too smooth initially, you know. Yeah. Why is the Tower here? Why is the Tower here? These cards wanted to fly out. Choose, oh. You're afraid of heartbreak. So it's like, you think that it's gonna end anyway. Like you're trying to avoid the Tower moment by blocking this person off because you're afraid of heartbreak. But that's only gonna create the Tower moment anyway. Because I feel like at some point you're gonna be attached. Even though you try to be detached here with the Queen of Swords. And I feel like you're gonna miss them. There might be some sort of no contact situation, right? And I feel like they're gonna approach you again, and then you guys will give it a chance here. Why is the Judgment here? Why is the Judgment here? Two of Cups. Yeah, you're gonna realize that this is your soulmate. It's just this instant realization. Look at it. King and Queen of Swords. Soulmate energy. A pair. Where's the Queen of Swords here? Wheel of Fortune. Three of Wands. Yeah. So it's like you're going to see the potential with this person. They're going to prove themselves to you. There's going to be some sort of clarity here with the Queen of Swords. And also maybe some self-reflection. You might be analyzing your own feelings or your own behavior as well. And you'll notice with the Sun that they bring happiness into your life. That you're laughing more maybe. They bring joy and positivity in your life. They make your life better. And with the Page of Swords, they are spontaneous. And you're having fun with them. And you feel uplifted when you're around them. And you feel like they're very exciting. And you're like flirting with them and all that. Let's get some other cards. So, do I think that you will fall for them immediately? No, but you're definitely intrigued, you're attracted. But you're just someone who not only uses their heart, but also their minds, you know? You're not just gonna fall blindly for someone. Tell me more. For pile 2. Will they fall immediately for their future spouse? Who's walking who? Control and power issues. Resistant. Maybe you're resistant to them. Resistant to them. I feel like both of you are very strong. You know, both of you like to be in control. Relational abuse. Oh, have you gone through some sort of abuse in relationships? I'm very sorry about that. So maybe it's just very triggering in general to date, right? To be in relationships. That's kind of a sore spot for you. Yeah. Shy. Oh, are you a bit shy and nervous? Sweetheart. Yeah, infatuated, want you back. Yeah, this person, even if you reject them, they're going to come back for you. They're going to court you. They're a gentleman, and that surprises you. They're treating you well, right? And if you've been through some sort of abuse, that's kind of hard to accept, like a healthy person in your life, because yeah, it's still triggering even if they're healthy. Take a chance. Yeah, you gotta go for it. You're gonna take a chance on them. Heartbroken. Yeah, you might be still dealing with some sort of heartbreak. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Well, that's all I have for you, pile 2. I hope it resonated with you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And if you want a private reading, you can always email me. My email is in the description box below. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Okay, pile 3 with the white agate stone. We're looking at whether your future spouse, whether you will fall immediately for your future spouse. So let's see. Will pile 3 fall immediately for their future spouse? I'm hearing baby steps. So it's probably that you're gradually going to fall for them. They might stir up feelings, but they're small feelings. And then as time goes by, it's going to be more and more. 2 of Pentacles, maybe a bit hesitant. You know, 2s can indicate decision. You know, 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, hesitancy. 5 of Swords. Full. Queen of Cups. Oh, you're guarding yourself. You're guarding your heart here, your cup. 6 of Pentacles. I feel like you don't want to give more than you receive, right? So maybe that's why you're guarded here with 6 of Pentacles. Maybe you're just not someone who puts themselves out there. And you kind of want someone else to show interest first or something like that. With the 2 of Wands, you're definitely like seeing a future here. 2 of Wands is about planning. It's about thinking of future possibilities. So yeah, you're definitely kind of weighing the potential of the connection before you're fully diving in as well. It's almost like your attraction could start like mentally before it becomes emotional attraction as well. With the 2 of Pentacles, you might be experiencing some mental juggling. So that could be where you feel excitement for them, but also very practical about the situation. So again, it's just baby steps, right? Feelings are going to build slowly. There is not this big realization where you're like, oh my God, I love you, I've fallen for you, you know? It's baby steps, it builds up here. With the 5 of Swords, there might also be tension in the beginning between the both of you, or it could be internal conflict. You know, it could be about past fears and all that. So that maybe kind of makes you not immediately open, and it kind of tenses you up, right? But then we have the Fool. Let's clarify that, because that's the opposite energy. Why is the Fool here? 6 of Cups. Oh, did you take risks in the past? Did you feel like you were naive in the past? Or, you know, the Fool is about innocence. 6 of Cups is also innocence. 5 of Swords is this energy of, you know, opposite of innocence. Someone who can hurt people. Someone who's savvy, right? Someone who's strategic. So I don't know if you feel like there's an imbalance between the both of you. Maybe you feel like you're more inexperienced you feel like this person is gonna hurt you in some sort of way. Like they come across like they know what they're doing when it comes to dating. And that makes you just feel like you're disadvantaged almost. High Priestess. And then you mask this innocence by aloofness. So maybe you're a bit aloof to this person. Why is the Queen of Cups here? Because I feel like maybe you're very sensitive. Like you need an emotional connection before you can date someone, right? I mean, like a lot of people might feel that way. But I think most people... it's a lot less than for you. Like I feel like you really need to feel safe and an emotional connection before you might even want to sleep with someone, right? Why is the Queen of Cups here? 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. I feel like on the subconscious level, there might have been disappointments in the family that you grew up in. And that's still playing a role here. It could be something to do with some sort of mother wound or father wound. I feel like you're a very emotionally deep person. And you're definitely someone who listens to your feelings and your intuition. Is that if it doesn't feel good, you run away, right? But see how this swan is protecting its cup. So you protect your heart, you protect your feelings. And it's like you wouldn't give anyone access who is into you and your emotions, who's in the 5 of Swords energy. Let's clarify the 5 of Swords energy. Why is the 5 of Swords here? King of Swords. Oh, they come off as like stoic, not emotional. Maybe a bit cold, and that kind of scares you. Like you might need emotional validation or reassurance, and this person is giving you that in the beginning. Oh, could also be... this person could also be like have a crush on you, and you actually don't know that this person likes you. Maybe you've thought about it, you know, you saw a possibility between the both of you, but this person was the King of Swords. They were very stoic, but secretly they have a crush on you. They're stuck on you. And so you're being naive because you're not aware of this person's interest in you. You don't see it. You think that maybe they are not interested or they don't like you. Or maybe you're like, oh, yeah, why would they be into me? They're probably seeing other people. Interesting. So you're kind of closed off emotionally to this person because they don't make you feel safe. Because, yeah, you need reassurance. Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? Four of Swords. Oh, it's again this innocent symbolism. And you feel like a little lamb. Yeah, there's something about this person where you feel like they would hurt you. Like you feel so shy and vulnerable around them. Very interesting. Page of Pentacles. They might be very intimidating. And maybe you don't feel at ease around them. Page of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. Oh, okay, I get it. You feel like you might not be able to offer them enough here with the 6 of Pentacles. So that's maybe why you're writing it off. You know, you feel like you're the Page of Pentacles. Maybe you feel that you're not good enough. Maybe you feel not the right match for them, like they're above you or something like that. And so in order to protect yourself here, you build up walls around yourself here. Because you feel like the fool. You know, not good enough, not having enough. But I feel like once you see how much this person gives to you. You know, eventually they will tell you about their crush and all that. And you kind of see the dynamic of give and take between the both of you. Your attraction may develop, right? Because you observe their generosity, their kindness and all that. And that there's this fair balance between the both of you. They don't think of less of you, right? It could also be with the Five of Swords. You might feel like, oh, they're more powerful than you, and so they might take advantage of you. Maybe they're older, maybe they're richer. And so you kind of feel like a little lamb. Or maybe they're more experienced, like I said. Or maybe they're more logical than you are, more stern, more cold. And that just scares you. You're like, will this person take advantage of me or something like that? But then you see how fair they are with the Six of Pentacles, that they give, they're generous, they're kind. And that's when you're going to fall for them. Why is the Queen of Cups here again? Why is the Queen of Cups here? Star, healing, Page of Swords. They might say very healing and reassuring words to you, and that's when you start falling for them. It's like they're very careful with you. I feel like this person's going to notice that you're very sensitive. And so they're going to become a bit more gentle with you. And that's when you will fall for them. What else? Will pile 3 fall for their future spouse immediately? Ten of Swords. Page of Cups. It's funny because I feel like both of you are like, oh, the other person is not into me. Why would I, you know, approach them or something like that. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Justice. Well, there might be also differences between the both of you. That might also be an obstacle. Six of Cups. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Why is the Ten of Swords here? Nine of Swords. Stress, anxiety. Star. Oh, you might... I feel like maybe you're in a period in your life where you've been through a very painful ending and you're kind of rebuilding your life and you're healing. So it might be kind of the wrong time as well. Maybe just in general, you're not interested in dating. Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're cutting people out of your life. You're cutting people off. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like you're sensitive. And they might say something that's kind of harsh, but they don't mean anything about it. You know, with the Ace of Swords, that's truth, clarity, or bluntness sometimes, you know, as well. Yeah, because you're sensitive here with the Page of Cups. Why is the Page of Cups here? Page of Swords. Why is the Page of Cups here? Yeah, intuitively you feel like you have to guard yourself. I don't know. That's just your instinct. Your instinctual reaction is to guard yourself. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Chariot. I feel like this person can also be very intense. You know, once they will drop this King of Swords mask and tell you that they have a crush on you here with the Page of Cups, because they're definitely going to send you like an emotional message, maybe online as well. Because we had the Ace of Swords and the Star, which can indicate like a message online. Maybe they're going to text you as well. Some sort of emotional message. And then all of a sudden they're going to be intense and pursuing you. And that's when you're going to take them more serious. But there's definitely a part of you where you're like, I don't know if I can trust them. You don't want to be disillusioned again. But there's definitely, maybe you're going to see this more emotional side to them. Or you're going to notice that they're more open to you emotionally. And you might feel like a soft, sweet attraction for them. Because they're nice or something to you. Yeah. And I feel like this person comes across as very stable. Like they have their life together and you can see yourself being with them. They're definitely like marriage material. The Queen of Pentacles, she's also comforting and nurturing, but in a practical way. Yeah, so once this person shows that they're into you and that they can emotionally reassure you and they show a bit more softer side and they're open with their crush towards you, you know, that's when you're going to fall for them. But it's baby steps because you're guarded here. And you're going to notice that they're reliable. Yeah. And maybe you're fantasizing about them as well here with the Seven of Cups. You're seeing kind of multiple possibilities in the future together. Maybe you idealize this person also eventually. Yeah. Why is the why is the Ace of Pentacles here? Daughter of Wands, Sun. Yeah, it's like once they offer like something serious, commitment, that is when you're more enthusiastic about this. Then you're like, yes, you know. Then you're excited about it. Because you need that. You need like maybe commitment and emotions and all that to feel secure. Why is the Seven of Cups here? Yeah, you're thinking about long-term possibilities and that this might be the one that's completing you and all that. Why is the Justice card here? Two Swords, you're making a decision. Yeah, you're trying to make a decision not with your heart, right? You're trying to balance out your logic with your emotions. I saw the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups. So maybe this is your future spouse, the King of Cups. And once they're a bit more emotional, yeah. You see long-term potential once they become emotional and more gentle with you. Yeah, so this is just... Yeah, you see, you're like this butterfly that's protecting itself. It's very funny because it's kind of the same energy for every pile, you know. Let's get some other cards. Tell me more about pile 3 and will they fall? Oh, I cut the deck and it cut to friendship. So maybe you start out as friends, Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It. Maybe this person wants to help you because you're kind of in a low point in your life. And maybe you don't want to help. You don't want help. And maybe you almost feel kind of like you feel like a burden to this person. You feel a bit inferior, like you're not good enough. And that's something that you need to overcome. Like you don't want to be like a charity case or that they have all the power because they're helping you. Because maybe people in the past, when they helped you, it was always with a catch, right? It was always followed by control. Tell me more for pile 3. Will they fall immediately for their future spouse? I also see this energy of your future spouse praising you a lot. Maybe they're complimenting you. And that's something that you also like. It's like these little things that they say. Like they might say, you know, you're the most beautiful person that I've seen. And that's gonna, you know, make you fall for them more and more. Step by step, these little things that they say, these little things that they do. The real deal. They see your light, the total keeper. Healthy, good choice. Okay. I like you. So I feel like you're going to fall for them once they tell you that they like you. Wedding rings. Union, wedding, marriage. Yeah. Beautiful energy. Healing heart. Yeah, you're still healing. Maybe freedom from a toxic relationship. Could be romantic, platonic. Could be parents or something like that. Or maybe even addiction. You're healing. You're still stitching yourself up. Maybe you notice that you keep thinking about them. You can't shake the thought of them. Tell me, will they fall immediately for their future spouse? Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It wants to come out again. Cheers. I also feel like you're going to be impressed about like the dates that they're going to take you on. And you're going to notice by the amount of effort how much I kind of like you and you're impressed. Like, is this all for me, you know? Gifts and all that. Tell me more. Yeah, I feel like even, you know, when you start dating them, you still haven't developed fully. I feel like you're going to be like, oh, I like you when you're dating them, but it's not like, oh, I love you, right? That develops over time. Tell me more. Are they going to fall for their future spouse immediately? This is the most slow-moving pile out of all three. So yeah, you're going to take the longest out of all three to fall for your future spouse. Twin flames. Beautiful. So eventually you are going to feel like this very strong bond with them. No, you hang up. Maybe there's going to be a very long conversations on the phone as well. Lengthy, exciting conversations, a lot to talk about, into each other. Yeah, you're into each other, you like each other, but it's not love yet. On your side. I don't know about their side. We're not looking into that. A lot in common. Okay. Maybe like talking to them, dating. Yeah. Enjoying each other's company. I feel like you're kind of holding off falling in love with them while you're dating, because you just want to, you know, see where things go. Keep its arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Yeah. It's going to take you by surprise though, the moment that you fall for them. Maybe you're going to be surprised that you fell for them. Puppet master. Yeah, maybe you dealt with someone who's manipulative or controlling. And you just have issues with vulnerability and all that, but that's okay. Because your future spouse will be gentle and will be patient. Well, that's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope it resonated with you. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And if you want a private reading with me, you can always email me. My email's in the description box below. Have a good day. Bye-bye.